5,000 years ago, a civilization built cities unlike anything the world had seen before. They engineered enormous cities, standardized their bricks, controlled water, and traded across vast distances. While Egypt raised monuments to its pharaohs, and Mesopotamia filled tablets with royal records, the Indus world followed a very different path. There were no surviving epic histories, no famous emperor whose name dominates the record. And then, something changed. Not overnight, not with one spectacular battle, but slowly, the great cities began to unravel. After roughly 1900 BCE, the great urban system began to change. Cities declined, populations dispersed, urban life became less centralized. And the strangest part? The people who built this world left us thousands of messages, but we still cannot read them. Who organized thousands of people, standardized cities, and maintained enormous trade networks? A king? In Egypt, rulers left enormous monuments proclaiming their power. In the Indus world, the evidence for that kind of royal display is remarkably elusive. So who actually coordinated the people, cities, and maintained trade networks? Then, the archaeologists found something that might have answered the question. Animals, strange symbols, geometric marks, images whose meanings have been debated for generations. There are thousands of these inscriptions, but most are incredibly short. And that creates one of archaeology's most frustrating problems. We have the symbols, but we don't have the key. The Rosetta Stone helped scholars crack Egyptian hieroglyphs because the same message appeared in known languages. The Indus script has no comparable bilingual key. Imagine discovering a library from a lost civilization and realizing you don't know how to read a single book inside it. We don't even know exactly what every sign represents. A word, a sound, an idea. Researchers have spent generations searching for patterns in these symbols. Different researchers have proposed different ways of understanding the script. But if we can't read their writing, how do we explain what happened to their cities? At its height, this was one of the world's great urban civilizations. But after roughly 1900 BCE, that world began to transform. One major suspect is climate. Evidence suggests changing rainfall and water availability placed increasing pressure on parts of the Indus world. But climate may not have been the whole story. Changes in wider Bronze Age trade networks may also have weakened the cities that depended on them. But this was not necessarily an apocalypse. The people did not simply disappear. Many communities adapted, moved, changed what they grew, and reorganized into smaller settlements. And urban life became less centralized. and without their written voice, we can't ask them what happened. What if the answer has been sitting in front of us for 5,000 years? In that moment, we wouldn't just translate a forgotten script. We would hear a civilization speak for the first time. 5,000 years ago, they left us thousands of messages. We still can't read them. But somewhere beneath the soil of the Indus, the key may still be waiting. The silence isn't empty. We just haven't learned how to listen. This is Unsealed Chapters. Thank you for watching.